Hey guys, just want to get this one off my chest. Coaster here talking about the Raiders game. I know it's been a while since the game ended, and I was actually going to another sporting event, so I didn't see this game live. And plus, it wasn't on my TV anyways, because I'm out of the market. So, yeah, the Raiders blew out the Jets. This was a pretty solid game. Just a couple things to point out. Second quarter was a little weird. Penalties. It felt like there was a little bit of a meltdown there with some of those 10 points. I wasn't impressed there. That was the only little thing I'll nitpick, but otherwise, solid game. Derek Carr looked pretty good. Michael Crabtree, once again. It's funny when he scores on a fade. I mean, that first touchdown was a fade pass, and you know that the team he played for in the past, like, fades and Michael Crabtree. Anyone know what I'm talking about? Well, I mean, his predecessor, a team that he played for in the past, he went through a lot of those and suffered. So it's fun to see it go the Raiders' way when he gets a fade. Um, yeah, the running game, statistically, it didn't own, but Marshawn Lynch getting the touchdown was awesome. First game back in Oakland like that. Uh, they didn't have to tear it up on the ground like I hoped, but they got some big plays. I mean, the one from Jalen Richard, obviously. They had Cordell Patterson on the ground. The offense just looked really good all around, top to bottom. No questions. No question who was the better team today. Defense, it was weird to see the defense look good too. For the most part, minus that second quarter. Garbage time, I don't really count that at the end. Uh, Once again, though, this was also the Jets. I know we don't want to hear that this was just a cheap win, but they took care of business. It's good to see the Raiders take care of business against a bad team who, the Raiders of old haven't been favored or have not been a favorite very often, but this one, the Raiders were highly favored. Understandable when the Jets are probably in contention for the number one overall pick. That's what a lot of people have on them. So, yeah, the Jets are in a weird situation. The Raiders took care of business. This was just a business day at the office. They did their job. Then they got to move on the next week. I think once again it's good to be 2-0. This is the first time the Raiders are 2-0 since the 2002. I mean, it's been a very long time since the Raiders have started a season with this kind of a record. So good to see. Once again, lots to work on. I still think the defense, we don't know what to think, but Gareon Conley, very promising game from Conley. I liked what I saw from him. Good progress. I also do want to mention from last week. I know it's been a week now, and you might have forgot, but it was Tony Romo's first game in the press box, calling the game as a broadcaster. Is there any thoughts on him that you guys had? I was impressed. I thought Tony Romo sounded really good. Maybe some of his terminology might have been advanced if you're a casual football person, but because I do know my football well, had no problem. I had no problem understanding him. I liked the style, just the way he was calling plays and kind of predicting what was going to come. Like he could tell from what was going to happen. And to me, that's what a color commentator is supposed to do. Is you get all the deep analytics. I mean, that's why Chris Collinsworth does a good job at what he does. Romo does a decent job on color too. I like the future he's going to have in the broadcast booth for the next couple decades or so. It's going to be good. I was impressed, and I was having fun hearing him call that game the previous week. So, yeah, Raiders, good win, solid win over the Jets. Let me know what you all thought about this game. Once again, though, it is just the Jets, so we will see how this team goes in the near week. So, once again, go Raiders. Let me know what you all thought.